Nursery rhyme. Once upon a bright morning, the sky was painted with soft golden light, and the gentle sound of birds filled the air. In a little cottage near the meadow, two best friends were just beginning their day. The first was a cheerful little panda who loved to explore and laugh. The second was a kind and thoughtful kitten who always had new ideas for fun. Together, they made every ordinary moment feel like a wonderful adventure. The panda stretched his arms and yawned with a big smile while the kitten was already watering flowers outside. The dew on the petals sparkled like tiny diamonds, and butterflies fluttered all around. The kitten called out with a joyful voice, telling the panda it was time to wake up and begin their healthy and happy day. The panda jumped out of bed, excited to see what the morning would bring. They started by making their beds neatly, smoothing the blankets and patting the pillows. Then they went to the kitchen, where the table was full of bright fruits, shining in every color. Red apples, green grapes, yellow bananas, and juicy strawberries looked like little jewels. The panda's eyes went to a jar of cookies, but the kitten reminded him gently that fruits give strength for running and playing all day. The panda laughed, took a banana, and enjoyed its sweet taste. They both ate a colorful fruit salad, humming a cheerful tune as they shared stories. After breakfast, it was time to brush their teeth. They squeezed rainbow toothpaste on their brushes and began to scrub up and down, round and round. They giggled as little foamy bubbles floated in the air. One bubble even turned into the shape of a star before disappearing. Their teeth sparkled and they clapped happily. Before going out, they washed their hands. The soap made fluffy bubbles that turned into shapes of animals: a tiny bunny, a waddling duck, and a playful squirrel. The bubbles floated higher and higher until they popped in the sunshine. "Clean hands keep us safe," said the kitten, as they both smiled. The friends ran into the park to play. The grass was soft beneath their feet, and the sky was clear and blue. They jumped, they skipped, they stretched their arms high and shouted with joy. The bunny joined them, hopping along. The duck waddled quickly to catch up, and the squirrel spun in little circles. Everyone was full of energy, and laughter filled the air. When they felt hungry, they spread a blanket and had a picnic. There were fresh carrots, crunchy and orange, apples, crisp and sweet, grapes, juicy and round, and a jug of orange juice shining like liquid sunshine. The bunny nibbled a carrot, the squirrel held a grape with both paws, and the duck sipped water from a little cup. They clicked their cups together and cheered to health and happiness. After the picnic, they rested under a tall apple tree and opened a colorful book full of pictures of fruits and vegetables. They learned how healthy food makes bodies strong and keeps energy high, while too much candy makes one tired. The panda imagined himself as a superhero, flying in the sky, carrying baskets of fruits and vegetables to children everywhere. The kitten imagined herself as a graceful dancer, wearing a crown of flowers, handing out healthy snacks to smiling friends. The animals clapped and cheered as the imagination grew brighter and brighter. Suddenly, music began to play, and the meadow turned into a stage of rainbows. The panda sang into a shining microphone, while the kitten twirled and danced gracefully. Musical notes floated like sparkles, and confetti rained down from the clouds. The bunny clapped its paws, the squirrel spun happily, and the duck tapped its feet to the beat. The meadow echoed with joy. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in soft orange and pink, they planted seeds in the garden. They dug little holes, placed the seeds gently, and watered them with care. They dreamed of the vegetables and fruits that would grow strong in the future. The kitten gave the panda a shiny badge that said, "Healthy Star." The panda's eyes lit up, and he hugged her with gratitude. The day came to an end as they walked home, carrying baskets of fresh vegetables. The bunny munched lettuce, the squirrel carried a grape like a treasure, and the duck waddled happily with a little flower in its beak. They all waved goodbye under a glowing rainbow while the panda said in a warm voice, "Remember to eat healthy, play happily, and smile every day." And so the day closed with laughter, bright hearts, and the promise of another adventure waiting tomorrow. Early in the morning, the sun rose slowly over the hills and painted the sky with soft golden light. Birds began to sing their cheerful songs while the cool breeze carried the scent of blooming flowers. In a small, cozy house, two little friends woke up, ready to begin a brand new day. One was a playful panda who loved to laugh, and the other was a caring kitten who always reminded everyone to do the right thing. Together, they made every simple moment into a lesson filled with joy. The panda stretched his arms and rubbed his eyes, while the kitten opened the curtains to let the sunshine in. The room filled with warmth and brightness. The kitten smiled and said, "It is time to start the day with energy and good habits." The panda nodded and quickly made his bed, tucking the blanket and fluffing the pillow. Side by side, they brushed their teeth, humming a soft melody while the foam bubbled like little clouds. Their teeth sparkled when they finished, and they both laughed with delight. After that, they walked to the kitchen where the table was full of fresh fruits and vegetables. Shiny apples, juicy oranges, bunches of grapes, bananas, and colorful carrots looked so inviting. The panda stared for a moment at the cookie jar, but the kitten reminded him gently that fruits make us strong and give us energy to play. With a smile, the panda reached for an apple and took a crunchy bite. Together, they enjoyed a bowl of fruit salad filled with bright colors that made them giggle with happiness. Next, it was time to wash hands. They used soap and water and made sure to scrub every finger. Bubbles floated in the air and sparkled in the sunshine. Each bubble looked like a tiny rainbow before it disappeared. The panda and kitten clapped and shouted, "Clean hands are happy hands!" Their laughter spread through the house like music. Then they decided to go outside. The park was waiting for them with tall green trees, soft grass, and flowers swaying in the breeze. They jumped, they skipped, they ran in circles, and stretched their arms wide. The bunny rolled down a small hill while the kitten laughed and chased butterflies. Soon, a little bunny came hopping to join them. A curious squirrel climbed down a tree, and the friendly duck waddled across the grass. All the animals played together happily. When it was time for lunch, the friends spread out a blanket under a shady tree. They shared crunchy carrots, crisp apples, sweet grapes, and the jug of fresh orange juice. The bunny nibbled a carrot, the squirrel held a grape in its tiny paws, and the duck sipped water from a little cup. They clinked their cups together and cheered to health and happiness. After the picnic, the friends sat down to read a colorful picture book. It showed how healthy food gives us strong bodies and bright minds, while too much candy makes us weak and tired. The panda imagined himself as a superhero, flying high in the sky, carrying baskets of fruits and vegetables to children everywhere.